Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment, where I give you no notice. I just pop up on the screen. So, yes, today is going to be a short one. I have to go to work in a little bit, but there are a few stories I want to talk about. And yes, Oprah is giving away free mistrials. Mistrials. There should be mistrials if we actually have a judicial system. That's what should be happening right now. Because the lead story I'm starting off with today, judge denies request from J6 defendants to cross-examine FBI agent on leaked messages. They have the right to question any witness against them in a court of law. I don't know what the hell this judge is thinking, but this should automatically, for one, the case should be thrown out. Okay. Like once this was revealed that they did not hand over evidence, they should be able to go home, live the rest of their lives, not being harassed or having drones flying over their house or their phones tapped or, yeah, they should be left the freak alone because it's very clear now the FBI is just making up accusations against this group because while everyone's screaming about insurgency, they're just trying to blame them for this because they haven't yet. Everyone else that's been convicted, it's been misdemeanors. Yeah. So that's where this should be going in a court of law is a mistrial, uh, or the case should just be thrown out, period. But no, that's not what this judge is doing. And let's see what they have to say in this article. Defendants on the ongoing J6 capital breach trial suffered a defeat on Monday. Yeah, the defendants. That's weird. As the court ordered that the defendants may not cross examine an FBI agent for most of the defense attorney's allegations. Allegations, they admitted to destroying and tampering with evidence. That's not an allegation. They admitted to it. This is now a fact. It was said on the stand under oath. 338 pieces of evidence were supposed to be destroyed, and I kind of wrote that down in here. You saw that side tab that spawned from the internal FBI messages inadvertently leaked in court. Leaked in court. No. This is evidence that they should have had before the trial even started. Judge Timothy Kelly, you're a douchebag. A Trump appointed judge, still a douchebag, on Monday addressed allegations made by attorneys. Allegations? No. This is now a fact. Okay. You like your fact and your fact checking. You should fact check this shit and get it right. Let's see here. Allegations made by attorneys, defendants that targeted leaked internal FBI messages that were revealed in court when Nick Smith, a defense attorney representing Ethan Nordine, cross-examined FBI Special Agent Nicole Miller on Thursday last week. The judge denied all but one of the defendants' arguments about the leaked messages. I'm really hoping that the jury heard all of this shit because once they adjourn and they're in that room and they're like, yeah, do you remember that whole thing about like they're hiding evidence and stuff? I'm really hoping that goes into their thinking when when they get back there to figure out guilty or not guilty. That leaves a narrowing space for the defendants on maneuvering should they wish to upend the trial based on these messages alone. Yeah, they shouldn't even have to move for that. That should have already been done. Leaked messages in the crosshair. When leaked messages emerged when Smith showed in court hidden rows in an Excel spreadsheet provided to him by the DOJ, which contained thousands of lines of correspondence among FBI agents, mostly addressed to Agent Miller. In the agency's linked system, the files were hidden via a filter function in Excel, according to Thursday filing by Nordine. Hidden by a filter. That's weird. These messages include a directive from FBI personnel to Miller to destroy Destroy. This is a quote, 338 pieces of evidence and other directive to Miller to edit out, again, this is a quote, an FBI agent from the confidential human source information report. The filing read. It's funny. They're really, really going above and beyond when it comes to protecting their confidential human sources. But heaven forbid a reporter try to keep their sources secret. Look at Matt Taibbi. Since last Thursday, these internal messages were the focus of attorney generals who alleged that the messages showed that the DOJ altered evidence, violated due process, and intruded on the defendant's rights to counsel by monitoring the defendant's communications with their counsel. This is all true. This is all fact. You like your facts, okay? Fact this. This happened. Based on these allegations, I'm really not liking the wording on this. Who wrote this? It's from the Epoch Times. Gary By. Well, Gary, you need to decide one or the other. Is it a fact or is it an allegation? Because you can't do both. Bye. Yeah. This is insane. That for one, the trial is still going on, and the fact that they were able to pull this stuff off and not even give the defense everything that they were supposed to have. So you have the editing of informant reports. They go into a little more detail on that. Monitoring of attorney-client communications. They go more into that. So yeah, destruction of evidence. And it's 2 paragraphs, which is hilarious because, well, I'm guessing this article goes further because there's only a snippet here from the actual Epoch Times article. And furthermore, Kelly ruled on Monday that the defendants may not cross-examine Miller on leaked message that appeared to direct Agent Miller to destroy 338 pieces of evidence. How? What is the justification? I want to hear the court case that says you're not allowed to cross-examine somebody who is admitting to destroying evidence or being told to destroy evidence. I want to know the justification for this. I'm not even a lawyer, and I know you can't just pull this out of your ass. Kelly affirmed the government's stance on the defense had not shown sufficient evidence to connect the said evidence to the case. What? Let me read that again. Kelly affirmed the government's stance that the defense had not shown sufficient evidence to connect the said evidence to the case. They admitted to destroying evidence. What are they referring to here? And what kind of shitty argument is this? This is insane. So you have the agent on the stand. They're going through the Excel spreadsheet with all their communications, and they're like, "Hey, what's this little tab over here? Oh, but that's not related to everything else in this file. It's what?" So yeah, this should be a mistrial. It should be immediately thrown out. They should be allowed to go home. This is all made up BS. And really, the things that are coming out in this case, there should be retrials for anybody else who is currently in the system, because it's looking like nobody had the ability to make a good defense because nobody actually looked at the evidence. So yeah, that's the first article that we have for today. We have oh man, Swiss, what is it? Credit Suisse central bank throws financial lifeline after shares pummeled. Yeah, so Credit Suisse is going under. That was breaking news last night on Tim Pool. But apparently, Swiss regulators pledged pledged a liquidity lifeline to Credit Suisse in an unprecedented move by central bank after the flagship Swiss lender's shares tumbled as much as 30% on Wednesday. In a joint statement, the Swiss financial regulator And the nation's central bank sought to ease investors' fears around the Credit Suisse, saying it meets the capital and liquidity requirements imposed on systemically important banks. They said the bank would assess liquidity from the central bank if needed. So, more bank bailouts. That's awesome. Got to protect that Saudi money because they're one of the chief financial backers of Credit Suisse. And they said that they would pump more money in if they were allowed to. Interesting. Yeah. So, another bank is going under, being bailed out overseas. So, this new credit crunch is going abroad. And this, I think, is the fifth bank recently that has taken a nosedive into the ground. Rumors swirl over which Biden family member got cut a $3 million CCP linked wire. Let's check this one out. So, yeah, we have Washington, D.C. as a buzz with speculation over which Biden family member got his cut of a $3 million wire transfer to, guess who? Guess, come on, Hunter Biden, associate Rob Walker. Just weeks after Joe Biden was no longer vice president in 2017. Isn't this the time that they usually sit down, they write a book, and they get some insane $20 million paycheck in order to, yeah, that isn't that how it usually goes? Maybe you go to a few places that you wrote some laws for and you speak and you get like a $50,000 check for, I don't know, like an hour of just like, yeah. So when Barack and I were in office, yeah, nobody cares. It's so that when you run again or you get into some other office, they own you. But no, the Chinese decided they're going to step in and own a vice president. According to House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, man, those M's look really weird on here, who last week said that the evidence of CCP money flowing to the Biden family was as bad as we thought. $3 million, and the big guy got his cut. Yeah, it revealed that bank records obtained via a subpoena have implicated a new Biden family member in the ongoing investigation into the first family's finances. That can buy a lot of crack. Just saying. Comer told Fox News that Walker received $3 million wire from two individuals tied to the CCP, which he then divvied up between Biden family members. Who doesn't like a friend like that? Hey, I just got 3 million. Do you want some? Do you want some? Yeah, we'll do our thing. The very next day after that wire was received, the Walker account started transferring money to three different Biden family members' accounts. Remember, Hunter and Joe, don't they share a bank account? Yeah. Including a new Biden family member that's never before been identified as someone being involved in the influence peddling scheme. Comer told host Sean Hannity as part of several recent interviews this week. According to Comer, GOP investigators are curious about what work Biden family members performed in exchange for the money Walker dispersed. Comer added that the $3 million wire transfer was just the first wire that we've actually been able to obtain bank records on. There are many, many more. Yeah, we shouldn't be concerned at all. It's just that's how capitalism works, man. You buy politicians. Yeah. There were more family members involved in this than just the president's son, and what they've said in the media. Oh, this was for business. What business does Joe Biden? He's a politician. What? We can't identify any business. It appears it went into their personal account. Isn't that what I was just saying? Comer continued, adding that he thinks that the Biden family was running an influence peddling operation as unregistered foreign agents. The vice president is a foreign agent of China. It's like right in our face, isn't it? That's kind of weird. Yeah. So, anyways, not that we should be worried about that or anything. And the last one, Russia and Pentagon racing to retrieve U.S. drone wreckage in Black Sea. This is like the amazing race, except what's amazing about it is that they are actually doing something unlike East Palestine. Yeah, they can go into the depths of the deepest, darkest trenches of an ocean far, far away. But yeah, when it comes to our own country, they just don't seem to give up. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin confirmed in the afternoon press briefing that he spoke with his Russian counterpart, Defense Secretary Soiju, in the first such phone call since October about today's drone incident over the Black Sea. Yeah, remember everybody's arguing about what exactly happened with this drone? I would have more confidence in somebody actually in the jet who's there that can see what the hell's going on than somebody who's driving something remote control. I just got off the phone with my Russian counterpart, Soiju, Austin said, in efforts to uh, de-escalate, deconflication. Deconflication? How about we just use de-escalate, right? As both sides seek to underscore that they're not looking for a fight. As I've said repeatedly, it's important that great powers be models of transparency and communication. Okay, this is where you just need to shut up, dude. Whenever you say this transparency and communication BS, we know that you're lying because this is not what you want. And the United States will continue to fly and operate wherever international law allows. How do you like dem apples? But the Kremlin has said it has restricted some additional airspace over the Black Sea while conducting its special operation in Ukraine. Thus, the stage is set for possibly another dangerous intercept encounter, such as the one which resulted in the crashing of the Reaper drone. Both sides have said that they are seeking to recover the wreckage, but it reportedly crashed in a part of the sea that is very deep, making recovery unlikely. Come on now. If you can go and take a vacationing look at the Titanic, you can probably pull this thing out of the water. Just like you pull other things out of a dark crevice elsewhere when you're talking to the US people. So yeah, this is where we're at. Everybody's racing to find this drone because basically what they find will tell us as to what really happened. And at this point, I'm thinking we just don't want them to see that we just made stuff up. I mean, they were there, right? We were kind of sort of remotely there. I mean, we could see that they're dumping fuel on it, allegedly. Yeah, so this is escalating again. And I don't think this is World War III type material. Like, if the history books 100 years from now were to write as to what exactly happened, I don't think it's going to say, like, well, then Russia shot down this drone, didn't have anybody in it, but drone lives matter. At least that's what some weirdo said. And then all of a sudden, like, bombs are dropping. Yeah, I don't think that's where this is going to. But next time, if we decide to do something stupid like arm a drone and it's heading towards Russia, yeah, I think there'd probably be retaliation for that. And keep in mind, there's subs with I don't know, hammers and sickles. Is that the Russian symbol these days, or is it like a red star or like a red like middle finger pointed at whoever? I don't know. I don't know what their sign is these days, but perhaps we should keep in mind that they have subs off the U.S. continental coast that are capable of doing really horrible things. So maybe we should leave the drones at home and stop trying to sell F-16s to people who are not part of NATO, who aren't really allies, but kind of like the CCP recently, as we discovered, they like funneling money to certain people. because they don't really work for us. Let's face it, if you go into politics, you're not exactly getting paid enough to be loyal. Yeah, that's about it on this article. And this was the last article I had for today. Nothing else really going on from what I can see. Of course, I'll cut the live feed and then there will be some breaking news as to like another bank collapse or, I don't know, Russia decides to do something retaliatory. I don't know. But that's all I have for today. I did check the news before I went live, and I didn't see anything else of concern. So yeah, hopefully everyone's got their little get home bag in their car when they go to work, like I do, and you've got provisions at home in case you have to I don't know, hunker down for a few weeks until certain levels drop enough to where you don't get weird goiters on your neck. Yeah. So uh that's about it. Okay. Have a good day. Keep on typing.